A lot of times we do this under the bright lights, but it's a bit of a change with all the world champs coming up, so we're doing it now. But we've got a really good crowd, a good size. The story, what we're trying to do here, this is the encouragement invitation shearing. So these are the up-and-coming shearers, and as you know, with any sort of sport, and this is a sport, you can practice all you want, but you never get match fit until you experience match day, okay? So we're going to treat this like a final, because these are the up-and-coming open shearers that have been selected by the committee here to say they're up-and-coming. So I want you to get in behind them. Me and Kerry are going to give you a little bit of commentary on it, of course. They've only got 6 to do, so they're going to get into it. But we want them to experience the match day, all right? That's what this is about. Once you've experienced that, then you can cope with it better the next time. All right, Kerry, well, we're not far away from a takeoff. We've TUI, the sponsor, they're not hard to support back, so they are the sponsor here of this event and supporting your community. So please, if you can, and it is Saturday, and it'll be Saturday night before too long, but we've got a lot to get through before then, you can have a couple of TUIs to support them back. We're good to go. We've got the thumbs up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, remember we're going to treat this as the final. We want it to be match day for these shearers. In that case, it's timekeepers are ready, judges ready, shearers on your marks, get set, go. All right, Kerry, let's get into this. All right, they're on the board now. This is going to be fast and furious. 6 to be shorn, probably roughly in and around that minute a sheep. There's a Mason on 1. Down towards the first hind leg he goes. We'll let them settle into their work. 6 will give them just enough space and time and sheep in the pen to a little bit of picking of the pen, okay, where they can pull out the, in this case, maybe the best sheep of the pen and try get a jump on the field. As Mason spins round towards a long blow, hey, but Dylan McGruddy, your local man who's been over in Aussie for a couple of years, he's come home with all guns blazing, folks. How to get them through customs, we don't know, but here he is. He's got all the guns with him. On the journey home, he goes right out to the toenail. It's Dylan McGruddy flicking it out there. He's going to be the first one with the hand on the door. What's the time, folks? It's only 53 seconds. Get him behind them, folks. It's match day. All right, Kerry.
Sheep number 1, ladies and gentlemen, she is done and dusted. You've got a couple local boys in this final, ladies and gentlemen. Stands 1, stands 3, and stand number 5, ladies and gentlemen. I want to hear your voices, you local Masterton people. Get up in your seats and cheer these young fellas along. This is the air final. These are the up-and-coming young fellas in the open field, ladies and gentlemen. I don't doubt in a few years we will see some of these making the top 12, even that open final. And young Casey Bailey, the boy from the deep south, as Norm likes to call it, over that final shoulder, under the flank and down and out the flank. And the local boy, ladies and gentlemen, young Dylan, on stand number 3, he's the first one in for sheep number 3. 1 minute 55 gone. These young shearers, they are hammering it out. Casey Bailey in for sheep 3. Young Mason in there for sheep 3. Gerald, what a cracking pace.
It is a cracking pace. You're dead right. I'm thinking that sitting here too. Casey Bailey from Riverton. He's got a very relaxed style. He comes straight from the waves of Colic Bay. Up and around the back of the air he goes. Look at him go. He's a tremendous shearer. He's made a lot of open finals so far. He's young and he's got a very, very mature head on him. This is just a wee warm-up. Round he goes now and flicks to the last side. But Dylan McGruddy, your local boy who's home, out to the toenails he goes once again. Look at this man shear. He's shearing. He's a master blaster. See you later, 2 sheep. And it's, they are pumping them out in about 50, 53, 54 seconds consistently. Caught and shorn, folks. That's just not shearing it. You've got to get in the pen and get back out. As getting out again is Bailey. He says, okay, the game is on. Mason says, all right, bring it on. I've got the front stand. I've got a real good one sitting in the pin. I'm going to pounce towards the end. In goes Lockie Baines. The points have come up now for the final. You can keep an eye up above. That's the accumulation points at real time. That gives you an idea how they're going. You want the lowest points. McGrady hits the long blow. Casey Bailey's coming at him. The machines are starting for Pankhurst. Into the belly, well, he dives. Down on the bottom stand, Edmonds says his points are looking pretty good. I was looking up at the same time, and down he goes the first hind leg, down to the fertiliser works. 1-2 big shots up the back, and they're beautiful. One big full one over the undermine. Up the neck he flies, and in flies McGrady. Holy smoke, the game is on in the middle, ladies and gentlemen. Bailey and McGrady having a ding-dong battle. They are absolutely steaming these out. I hope some of these open guys are watching this, because they're going to have to set the pace if these fellas are doing it like this. It's all guns blazing. Down goes Casey Bailey. Up the back he goes. Top knot comes off, or the sun hat, whatever you want to call that. Up the neck he goes, but round goes McGrady. He's starting to open up his shoulder blades as well, and away he goes. Barnes says, what's going on here? It's match day. Holy smoke. You guys have been having matches every Saturday by the looks of this. What have you been doing? You've been training flat stick 6-7 days a week. Of course we have. McGrady. No jet lag there, Kerry. Look at him go out to the toenails once more. But keep an eye on this as far as the speed stakes go. Keep an eye on this Casey Bailey, because he might pounce on him.
Out goes sheep number 5 for him, and change a handpiece for the young fella on 3. Out he comes McGrady. Sheep number 6 on the board. He's the first one, and Casey Bailey says, not without me, you don't, buddy. In this Tui invitation, shearing final, ladies and gentlemen. These are the young fellas of the shearing world. And up the neck goes McGrady. Breaks that neck well open, takes the cheek well, and working her way around the shoulders. Just to look onto the board, ladies and gentlemen. Ethan Pankhurst, look at that. Penalty board points. 0.7, really, and we are on sheep number 5. Incredible quality points there by the young fella, taking nothing away from the rest of them, but that is very, very good. But it's still the young fella on 3, the local boy from Masterton, ladies and gentlemen. Down and out the flank he goes, young Casey Bailey from Riverton. He's chasing her hard. Down and out the flank he goes. Finishing touches there. Well done.
Oh, see the smile on his face, ladies and gentlemen. I'm pleased to be home, he says. Look at that. Give it up for Dylan McGrady. Here's the ringer of the field, ladies and gentlemen. Your local boy is back in town and back in the stadium. Casey Bailey, one of his mates, says, holy smoke, mate, she's all on. And it's still going. Don't worry about that. This has been a terrific event. I don't know whether you've followed this here. This here exposure makes a huge difference to these shearers. You do, just like Kerry was saying. You'll see them in the top 30 and the top 12. Lockie Baines is wrapped up. Give him a round of applause too. He's finished. Martini Mason says, I've got the T-shirt too, mate. He goes in for the red button. It's up to the judges now. The Tui bears starting to fly around the place. They're saying, my job's done at the Golden Shears now. It's time to put the feet up, put my number 1s on, and sit back and enjoy here. Bit of antifreeze in the blood. Down on the bottom stand, Mr. Edmonds is wrapped up. He says, phew, you boys are setting a hot pace.
Welcome back to the studio here at the 2019 Golden Shears. We've just finished watching the Tui Encouragement Award. These are for the top 30 shearers that don't go on to the next level, and it's designed to give them a little bit more, like it's named, encouragement, give them a little bit more encouragement. And we just looked at it there, and I think it could be a guy by the name of Casey Bailey that might take that out. Never mind, we're moving on now. Haere tonu, keep moving, and we're going on to a very important Maori event. It is called the Wairarapa Moana, and beside me we don't know who the Maori is amongst the 3 fellas, so we'll have a guess. So our guest is Brett Roberts in the middle from the deep south, Matoda, and Sam Welsh, who lives up in Wairarapa. So welcome along, you 2 gentlemen. You are now the crown champions of the Wairarapa Moana Māori Pākehā event. $1,000, Richard. Kia ora.
Kia ora, koro. Thank you.
Okay, we'll start with the Pākehā. What do you got to say? Oh, no, he's... We are not Maori and Pākehā, we're Aotearoa people. But this was designed in 1976 when there was a class thing, Maori and Pākehā, but the shearing sheds, we recognised that that wasn't a part of the genre in the shearing industry. Could have been in the cities, but out on the farms, we didn't differentiate between Maori and Pākehā. We all bent down, we all shore the sheep, and we all sweated the same. So that's why they recognised that, and they brought this through. And long before my time, but I'm pleased that I'm still part of it. And I think we'll still be doing this in 2056. So guys, $1,000, how's it feel?
Yeah, pretty good, yeah.
Yeah.
Both had pretty good shears, so we're happy with that.
Yeah, first red ribbon, so at the Goldie Shears, so I'm pretty happy about that.
Your first red ribbon after how many years of trying, Sam?
Yeah, 17 odd years, I think.
17 years?
Yeah.
Well, this guy, you're 40, he's 24, so he's got a lot of wheels to turn yet, hasn't he?
Oh, this fella's a young gun, all right.
And it was neat. We followed, you had a big win in Balclutha?
Yeah, had a win in Balclutha and Lumsden.
Yeah, I see that. And there's a little bit of pace gone into your arm as well, in your hand. You're quite swift there. You've speeded up your hand, obviously.
Yeah, tried to do whatever I can to keep up with these fellas.
Well, just going back to the open heat yesterday, Sam, I hadn't seen you shear so well. You shore so well. Where did you qualify yesterday?
I qualified third out of the heats, yeah.
I know, that was amazing. And I actually watched you shear and I thought, this bugger wants to go and carry on.
One day maybe, but what they call me, the snake in the grass or the dark horse or something like that.
The silver arrow. Hey, Māori Pākehā, a wonderful event, red ribbons, and you guys certainly deserve it. You were a long ways ahead of anybody else. And there must be somebody you'd like to talk to out there.
Just a big thanks to all my family and friends for all the support over the season. Still a couple of months to go, and we'll just carry on doing what we're doing here.
And you're off to Tikawiti?
Yeah, head to Palmerston North next weekend for the Hilux Games, and then off to Tikawiti for the big one.
Sam?
Say good day to all the kids at home, and the old grandparents looking after them, and all the whānau, yep. And we'll be at Tikawiti definitely for the women's champion, like the event up there for the women's shearing for Emily, and we'll support that as much as we can. So we hope to see a lot of wahine there.
Well, that's wonderful, and just reminds me that we've had a husband and wife take home red ribbons today from the Golden Shears, and I'm not quite sure if that's ever been done before, so that might be a first. Emily's taking out the Abraham Shearing Women's Champ, and you guys taking out the Wairarapa Moana Māori Pākehā Teams event.
It's been a great weekend for us, that's for sure. Yeah.
2020, 60th birthday for the Golden Shears.
Yeah, we'll be back for another go, definitely.
Yeah, always fly down.
All right, we're going back to the stadium because there's some presentations to be made. Tēnā kōrua, thank you, boys, and good luck for the rest of the Shears.
Thank you.
Koro, thank you.
Casey, a pretty popular winner there. You've got a bit of support all the way from Riverton. Thanks for coming up to the Golden Shears, and congratulations on the win.
No, yeah, cheers, Kieran. Just like to thank Tui and MKM just for sponsoring this event. Pretty cool. And to all the other boys down there, too much. Cheers.
Cheers. Second place, $70 plus MKM Tasman vest, Ethan Pankhurst. Third place, $70 an MKM Tasman vest, also from Masterton, Martine Mason. Fourth place, $70 MKM Tasman vest, Turi Edmonds. Fifth place, $70 an MKM Tasman vest, Lockie Baines. And put your hands together for the local lad, Dylan McGrady. We'd like to again thank TUI and MKM for their support of this event and the Golden Shears competition. That concludes this presentation. Our next event is coming up shortly. I'll pass you back now to our commentators.
Maury Gibbs, could you come to the announcer's desk, please? Maury Gibbs.
Rightio, that leads us on to junior shearing final. We're coming to the business end of the Golden Shears, that's for sure. Thank you, Kieran. Yeah, so they're going to be shearing 5 second shears. So we're giving them plenty to shear, these junior shears.